This video is about me paying too much for a car at auction, having to repair it, fix it up, get it to retail standard, and then still trying to make some profit on it. And maybe there's going to be a loss. I don't know yet as I film this. So what am I going on about? Well, I mainly deal with used Teslas. At the moment, Tesla Model 3 prices are actually very strong. Demand is good, and they're going through the trade auctions at good, strong money. However, the ones that are particularly hard to get hold of at the moment are 2022 Model 3 long ranges with a nice mileage, 30,000 miles, 3 years old, 30,000 miles, nice kind of sensible car. Sort of thing we like to have, we like to sell. Now, they bounce around in prices a lot in the trade auctions. There's a month where they're all below the guide prices, and there's a month where they're all above the guide prices. They yo-yo a lot in Teslas through trade auctions. It's always been like that, really. But at the moment, I'm absolutely fascinated by just how high the price is going on some of these cars. It's way higher than it used to be a couple of months ago. So, who's buying these cars? And I'm sitting there thinking, there's still money in that? I don't think there is. But what I decided to do this morning was just to buy one of these cars no matter what. Just keep bidding it no matter what. And I'll be transparent with you. I'll show you what I've paid for it. Is there much to spend on it? Is there any profit left in it at the end of the day after we've sold it? Because at the end of the day, somebody was willing to spend £50 less than me for this car. I normally would let these cars go at far lower prices, but I was just intrigued by this. So let's show you what we've got. It's a 2022 Model 3 long range. Nice bit of stock there, in grey, nice colour, 34,585 miles, great. The battery is tested, so we've got a battery result, 94%, which is a good battery, that's nice. But the condition is grade 3, which means it has some cosmetic repairs to attend to. Plus also, in the mechanical report, the tyres are excessively worn. 3 of the tyres are down to 1 and 0 millimetres, which is ridiculously low. They're bald, they're completely illegal. And there's also no MOT on this car at the moment. It's just turned 3 years old. It's come off a lease with illegal tyres. I don't know what's going on with somebody, but they've obviously thought, well, look, I'll just run this. They don't even check the tyres themselves. It comes in the lease and they hand it back, whatever. So this car has got a guide price here of $18,250 if it's clean. So really, in this condition, needing this money spent on it, it should have sold for about $17,250, maybe $17,500 in a buoyant market. However, that's what I'd have normally gone to. I'd have stopped the bid in there, but I just wanted to bid it and see if, who's buying these cars? Is there money left in it? So in the end, it ended up at £19,300 plus the fees. So I'm already spending over £20,000 on this car. It needs to be trailered collection. It needs an MOT. It needs tyres. It needs body repairs. Is there any money left in this car? Is there any profit in this? There must be, because other dealers are buying them and paying their strong money. So this is me buying an overpriced car from auction. My name is Richard. This is RSEV. And this is me scratching around trying to make a profit on an overpriced used auction car. What's going to happen? We'll find out. Okay, so just collected it. We'll put it on the trailer. It's actually one of those cars that's actually better than I thought it was going to be. It's a grade 3, so there's going to be a few things, but there's a few things that are just very light. There's little greys on here, but it's so light, I think we can probably polish that out, so we don't need to paint it. Yes, the tyres are pretty smooth. They're not on 0 millimetres. They are just about down to the wear bars, so they're actually just about legal. They're not 0 mil, but nonetheless, good to get cars on the trailer. They're a bit slick on the inner edges, so we'll get it back, new tyres on it. A couple of marks of the wheels, but that's quite normal. The interior is good. I thought there was a crack on the screen. It wasn't on the condition report. However, screen protector peeled straight off, no problem there. There's a little mark on the corner here. Again, a very easy little smart repair. So it definitely shouldn't have been so expensive. It shouldn't have been this much over its cap clean, but that's what they're going for at the moment. At least it's better than I was expecting it to be. So that's a good start. Let's get it back to our unit, get a closer inspection on it and see how much we need to spend to get it looking really good showroom condition so we can sell it for the most it can get. And hopefully there is a profit in this. We'll find out. Okay, we're a couple of weeks later now, and here's the car. It's starting to look really good. It's not quite finished yet, but it is now sold. I'm going to run through the numbers because I'm not here after today. Well, I will generally. I'm just going to have a few days off, but I'll probably won't be here when this car is finally done and gone. So, we had to replace 4 tyres. I'm going to run through the figures in a minute. We refurbished the wheels. We're still doing a bit of polishing and final prep, but we did have to do a little bit of paint. There was that bit of damage on the back bumper here and a couple of scuffs, so we've repaired that. And generally the car's looking pretty nice and good and up together now. But did it make a profit after all that? Well, let me run through the numbers. I'll be very transparent with you. These numbers will include VAT where appropriate, but are also at trade prices. So generally, Member of Public would pay more, including the purchase. You know, we buy quite a few cars through trade auctions, so I get better fees. But let's start from the top, including our fees and the purchase price of the car, £20,030 to purchase this vehicle. I'm going to allow £100 collection costs with a trailer, 140 odd mile round trip, fuel, time, all that sort of stuff. Valeting, £50. The tyres were £600 instead of 4 Hankook iron tyres. I think a good price to be fair, but nonetheless, £600 out of the margin there. Paint repairs and polishing, £360. Wheel refurbishments, £240. And MOT, £50. Now, with the MOT, they also flagged that there's a little bit of suspension bush play in these. It's quite a common thing with Model 3. Suspension bushes are really only one of the main maintenance items, but can be an MOT advisory, can eventually fail an MOT, and you will need to replace suspension bushes, like any car, but Model 3 is about anything that is a common maintenance item. Now, luckily, that is going to be covered under its warranty. It's still under original tester warranty, so it will be covered. We don't have to pay for that, which is good, because it means we're just going to scratch through a thin margin here. Also, just the time to take it to be repaired, the time delay to book it in, means a kind of delay in the cash flow. The customer can't collect it, won't finish paying for it yet. And so that all counts into the bigger picture. But let's just look at the numbers. In total, this car, the money we spent on it, £21,430. We sold it for £21,905. Now, 22 grand at the moment is bang on the number for this car. You can, say, well, this is really good condition and try and get more money for it, but it never really makes a difference. There's a buyer's market, there's loads out there. If there's one £200 cheaper at another garage, someone will go and buy that, and it might not be as good. You can try and upsell all your tyres and that kind of stuff, but nonetheless, look, we cleared a little bit of profit on this, so a margin there of £565. However, a taxman comes along and says, well, you sold it for this, you bought it for that, and there's a thing called margin VAT. A car can be VAT qualified, in which case it's going to work out the same. You claim the VAT in the purchase, you then pay it back on what you sell it at a higher price, therefore the taxman gains more. Anyway, there will be VAT to pay to the taxman based on the margin of this car, £327.50. So that leaves £237.50 in which to pay wages, national insurance, pensions, the internet, the phone bill, water, all the other bits and pieces. You imagine insurance for a place like this as well. And then at the end of the year, if you make a profit as a business as a whole, the taxman will come along and charge you 25% corporation tax as well. So, and then if you want to take money from the business, you'll pay tax on that as well. Anyway, let's not make this a video about grumbling about tax we all have to pay. You can see there that we did scratch a very small margin out of this, but not much. If you did that day in, day out, you're not going to run a business out of that, I don't think. So the margin and the profit always come from really what you can buy the car for. You do have to buy at the right price if you want to make margins and profit. It's why you do have to push hard on what you're willing to pay for it, and also stick to your guns if you are in any kind of auction scenario. This is what it's worth to me, that's it, and don't keep going. We overpaid for this, but you've got to remember someone else was willing to pay just £50 less than they were going to try and then probably sell this car on. So overpaying, well, we were lucky we got away with this one, but you can see it wasn't easy and there's not a lot of money to be had in it. So here we have it. I think we'll call it a wrap to this video. I hope that was interesting and informative to you. Make sure you stay subscribed if you want to see more similar content about us as dealers buying and selling electric vehicles, doing some reviews, doing some fixing ups and repairs, and also being very transparent about, is there much money to be made from buying and selling them? Well, in some cases, no. In some cases, yes. Typically, it's about how you buy it at the right price, though. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one soon. Bye-bye.